And welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, September 1st, 2016. Thanks for your patience. I took the month of August off. It was absolutely wonderful. We've had great weather here, and it was so relaxing. But with September 1st being today and a Thursday, we are resuming our Tuesday, Thursday videos. Starting with today's and our disclaimer. Trading stocks has a high level of risk, and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. And I really want to underline that. All I'm doing is sharing my own personal homework with you. So everyone has their own way of doing things. This is mine, and I'm just sharing it. So we always start our videos off with a look at the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000. And we always start with a big picture time frame of 5 years monthly. So you can see that the candle for the month of August was a bullish one. We're up and over the blue channel that we were keeping an eye on for such a long time. Having said that, we are coming into an area where there might be some resistance, and as everyone is pretty well aware, it's a time to be very cautious and really stick to your rules. But with price on the Russell having had a bullish month, and let's pull it into the 2-year weekly. So we're getting these topping candles here on the weekly chart. So I reiterate, really time to be super careful. But as I film this at about 8:15 on Thursday morning, the futures are higher. So the uptrend may continue. Price is up and over the blue line. As a reminder, that blue line is the 8-day EMA. So with price up and over the blue line on both the weekly and kind of hugging price on the daily, we will be putting a chart forward today. So this chart for today is actually a past pick, an earlier pick. We've been doing these videos now for quite a long time. My pick today is Hasbro, and it was a Chart of the Day Cafe pick back here in October 2014. It has trended higher since then. It's trading in this little wedgie pattern. Should the market continue higher, Hasbro might be one to keep an eye on. Let me tell you a little bit more about this company. I'm going to move it away from the monthly. I just wanted you to see the price action here. So I call this area up and over here sky is blue, meaning there's no overhead resistance. So we're sitting at an area of support in a wedge. If it starts to move out of this wedge and higher, pretty interesting because there's no overhead resistance up and over this area here. Sky is blue. Let's go to the 2-year weekly chart. Take a look at how it looks on the weekly. We had this gap up back here in March, April. It's settled back in, and it's in this kind of squeezy pattern here. So that's the weekly chart. There's our Chart of the Day Cafe video, green circle. And now let me pull it into the monthly. Daily, so here we are right at this area of support. Looks as though it might want to break out of this little wedgie pattern. Should the market continue, it's all about the market moving higher as well. So with that, let me tell you a little bit more. Hasbro, most of you are pretty familiar with it, engages in the design, manufacture, and marketing of games and toys. The company principally provides children's and family leisure time and entertainment products and services. So the stock is sitting at an area of support, but the industry that it's in has been ticking higher and is in an uptrend. So we're kind of wanting to check the boxes here. Overall market in an uptrend. The industry that this stock is in an uptrend. And the stock that we're looking at on a long-term chart is in an uptrend and may resume that trend here. At Chart of the Day Cafe, I am all about value, values. 2 things I look for, 3 things I look for. Value number 1, growth number 2, and a dividend number 3. So the dividend I can't always find, but value and growth are an absolute must. So by the metrics that I use, Hasbro has a nice high value score. It also has a nice growth score. So forecasted growth rate for the year ahead is 16%. I like that. Earnings have been ticking up, and it pays a dividend. So the dividend yield on Hasbro is 2.50%, which is really nice. The other thing that I wanted to point out, I'm going to move it away from the 9-month daily to the 3-month, really zoom in. I know everybody has their own rules and way of doing things, and I'm not making any suggestions at all whatsoever. This is, I would encourage you to do your own further study and homework on this, but I would suggest a 3 and 8 kind of thing. So as long as price is up and over the blue line, and it's keeping this area of support, so it may come in a little bit here, but as long as price is up and over, the blue is under the pink on the daily or the weekly or whatever you choose is a way of looking at it. I also wanted to put aside some notes to share with you as well. Finviz Piper Jaffray recently upgraded Hasbro, so that's point number 1. And number 2, there's a really great site called Equity Clock. And if you Google Hasbro seasonality, this will come up. So you can see that in September, Hasbro, because we're looking at the Hasbro seasonality chart here, starts to come into some strength. No guarantee that it will happen this year, but I'm just saying in the past, and this is a really great site, I really think it's worth checking out on a regular basis. Timing the Market, Equity Clock. In September, Hasbro comes into that seasonal strength. So with that, I will leave you. I'm trying to keep these videos really short, but I wanted to share my own personal homework on my value pick for today, Hasbro. Thanks, and have a great long weekend.